interrupt you. Cheryl, please, let me interrupt you. The stories dump in the ocean, chop up the bodies, these things, they sound like they can't be happening. Ted Gunderson, respected law enforcement professional, recently or retired now from the FBI, former regional director of Los Angeles. Do you, sir, believe that these dreadful allegations of babies being sacrificed are true?
I absolutely believe it, without any doubt. Based on the information that's been given to me across the country by numerous survivors and by confidential sources and informants.
Then why don't you name these people and arrest them? Never a name, never an arrest. These women come out of a group and they insist that they know the people in the group, and yet they do not identify these large, mysterious cults. Name them and arrest them and get them off the street.
Does he not make a valid point?
He makes a valid point. The problem with that is, number one, police officers don't believe it. I may believe it. You may believe it. Some people in your audience may believe it. They don't believe it. Number two, if you decide to investigate these people, you have to, number one, handle it from an undercover operation. If you put an undercover operation into effect, then you have, in a sense, your own police officers become involved in these heinous crimes, and they are, of course, become murderers. And in addition to that, if you do decide to investigate these people, there's a lot of work. And many law enforcement officers are apathetic and don't want to get involved. Hello, I'm Ted Gunderson. I retired from the FBI in 1979 after more than 27 years service. At the time of my retirement, I was a senior special agent in charge of the FBI Los Angeles Division with more than 700 people under my command and a budget of more than $22.5 million.
Ted Gunderson was an FBI bureau chief with nearly 30 years in service. But what Ted uncovered after retirement was more explosive than anything he ever saw on the inside.
And when he was chasing the leader through the woods, they had a running conversation, and the leader said, "We have the police and the FBI in our hip pocket here. If you kill me, you'll live in a 10 by 10 cell the rest of your life." Satanism is about 1.5% of the population in this country today. That's a lot of people. That's millions of people. It's even in the military. They're still operating. You see, the government, our government, there's two elements. There's the overt and the covert. I was a member of the overt group. The covert group are involved in assassinations, drugs, kidnapping children, so on and so forth. It's black operations, we call it. And the reason you have to consider the CIA is because when you skyjack 4 airplanes simultaneously with 19 skyjackers, that is no small operation. That took years to plan, number one, and hundreds of people had to know about it in advance. Now, our government, NSA, was monitoring bin Laden's phone calls in February 1998. Are you going to tell me for 1 minute that we didn't know about this in advance? The CIA had to know about it. The FBI had to know about it. The Mossad had to know about it.
No.
MI5, British intelligence, had to know about it. Why do these things happen? Why did we not take advantage of the advance notice of Pearl Harbor?
Very obvious that there is a certain degree of cover-up there.
Mind control has been in this country since the late 1940s.
And just had me under very deep programming, mind control, so I didn't remember any of it happening.
The children said there were tunnels under the school. They said they were taken through the tunnels up into the yard next door and put in cars and taken out into the community and prostituted.
Here's what my source came back. The finders of the CIA front established in the 1960s. It has top clearance and protection in the assignment task of kidnapping and torture programming young children throughout the United States. Members are specially trained government kidnappers known to be sexual degenerates who involve the kidnapped children in satanic sex orgies and bloody rituals, as well as murders of other children and slaughter of animals. And so I'm saying to myself, what's going on here? I mean, evidence was lost, stolen, destroyed. People lied on the witness stand. What's going on here? And after I got the confession and developed more information, I realized it was a huge drug cover-up.
From government cover-ups to covert operations, from child exploitation to institutional abuse, Ted dedicated his life to exposing what others were too afraid to speak. This channel exists to preserve his legacy, to make public the information they tried to bury. They tried to silence him. We're here to keep him heard. Subscribe to Ted Gunderson PI. Truth has no expiration date. Explore the archive at tedgunderson.info, featuring declassified files, personal research, conference transcripts, and scanned publications in Ted's own words. Join the conversation on the official Ted Gunderson Discord, where researchers and independent thinkers collaborate to keep Ted's investigative work alive.
I say the CIA is the most evil organization in the history of the world. They're involved in kidnapping kids. They're involved in drug operation, international drug trafficking. They're killing people. They're assassinating people. Chip Tatum on my radio show said that he was involved in the takeover of 20 governments around the world where they put a puppet CIA operation in afterwards.